Pareto charts is a graph for qualitative data with the bars arranged in order according to the frequency. So in the histograms, the bars are not organized based on their frequency. The bars are organized based on, the frequency for the class they belong. So they are organized based on their classes, starting from the first class to the last class. In the Pareto chart, you will arrange the classes in order according to the frequencies. So suppose that you have 4 categories and you want to construct a Pareto chart, and the 4 categories you have is category 1 have a frequency of 56, category 2 have a frequency of 44, category 3 have a frequency of 280, category 4 have a frequency of 20. Well, you will start from the category with the highest frequency, to the categories with the other frequency. So there is a mistake here. It should not say here category 1, because the category with the high frequency is the category 2. So this should be here category 2. This should be category 1 that have 56, category 3. Sorry, this should be category 3 here. This should be category 1, this should be category 2, this should be category 3 already. So there is an error here, right? Because in the histogram, the frequency of the category 1 is only 56. So the category that have a frequency of 280 is the category 3. So this here is category 3. The next is category 1 that have a frequency of 56. The next is category 2 that have a frequency of 44. And the next is the category 4 that have a frequency of 20. We can also construct pie charts. A pie chart is a construction that involves slicing up the pie in proper proportions. So suppose that we have this same category that I had to construct my Pareto chart, and then I decide to then have my pie chart, and then I have just to, in this case, find what percentage of the total, is of the frequency represent. So we have that this frequency 56 represents 14% of the total. So we must find the total frequency. Then the total frequency here is 400. So how do you do this? You just divide the frequency of the category 1 by the total frequency, that is 400, multiplied by 100%, and that gives you the 14%, that is the percent of the total the category 1 is. Category 2, you divide 44 by 400, that gives you the 11% of the total. Category 3 is the 70% of the total. Category 4 is the 5% of the total. When you have the percent of the total that each category represents, you will calculate the central angle. And how do you find the central angle? Basically, to find the central angle, you will multiply the percent of the total of each category times 360 degrees. Because remember that 360 degrees is just the, in this case, 360 degrees is the measure of a full revolution. So just a circle have 360 degrees. So when you multiply the 360 degree of a circle times the percent of the total of the category 1, of course in decimal notation, so 14% in decimal notation is 0.14. That gives you 0.14 times 360. This is 50.4 degrees. So that means that the category 1 has an angle of 50.4 degrees. Like that, you can calculate the central angle of each of the categories. We have also the scalar diagrams. It's a plot of ordered pairs xy with a horizontal x-axis and a vertical y-axis. The pattern of the plotted points is often helpful in determining whether there is a correlation between the variables or not. Analyzing the scalar plot by looking at the pattern of the points on the graph, we can get some conclusions. We can find the conclusion that if there is a positive linear relationship, if there is a negative linear relationship, if there is a nonlinear relationship, if no relationship exists. So for example, here I show you a scalar plot that shows a positive linear relationship.